Hello, this presentation will focus on cognitive concepts essential to teaching invasion games. Invasion games are games which have offensive and defensive halves of the playing area, such as soccer, basketball, ultimate frisbee, and team handball. Teams attempt to move the ball to score on their opponent's half, or on their opponents, and they invade their opponent's half to do so. The ideas presented in this video can very easily be applied in any invasion games unit which uses the Teaching Games for Understanding or Games-Based Approach curricular model. Teaching in the cognitive domain is especially valuable for middle school and high school students since they've already gained proficiency in many psychomotor skills and are now eager to apply their skills in a wide range of games and environments. Through cognitive learning, students can become more confident to participate in a wide range of physical activities for the rest of their life. The most fundamental offensive tactic in invasion games is creating space. Creating space allows a team to move the ball, create scoring opportunities, and maintain possession of the ball. Players can create space by moving to open space, cutting or using deceptive movement, spreading out and using the entire playing area, or using sudden changes of speed. In physical education lessons, lead-up games should be designed which emphasize these concepts, such as small-side games and one-on-one receiving activities. Once students demonstrate understanding of cognitive tactics in these activities, they are ready to apply their knowledge in live, full-sided games. Reducing space and denying passing options are the most fundamental defensive strategies in invasion games. Application of defensive strategies helps players regain possession of the ball by forcing their opponents to make an error. Players can reduce space and deny passing options by marking an offensive player, denying passing lanes, using effective defensive formations, and taking away space from the player controlling the ball. The most basic defensive strategy is getting close to the opponent who is controlling the ball, so the player can steal the ball if the opponent makes a mistake. Students should be instructed to take away space, stay in front of their opponent, and coordinate with their teammates to defend against offensive threats. Communication is a cognitive and social skill which is applied on both offense and defense in invasion games. By participating in small-sided lead-up games, students can become familiar with the basic scenarios which may lead to scoring opportunities, and they can learn how to respond to these situations on both offense and defense. For example, a defensive player might say something like, "one backside," to communicate that there's an open player on the opposite side of the field. Furthermore, an offensive player might communicate by saying "player on," meaning that there is a defensive player closing down space to the ball handler. In all, effective communication improves performance by increasing the success rate of passes, helping maintain control of the ball, creating effective defensive assignments, and reducing passing options. Teammates can say, "I'm open," when they're able to receive the ball, and defensive players can say, "pressure ball," to communicate that someone needs to take away space from the ball handler. Controlling possession on offense helps teams produce effective scoring opportunities and prevents their opponents from developing promising attacks. The more passes an offensive team makes, the more likely they are to find a great scoring opportunity as the defense fails to take away space from the ball handler. Additionally, maintaining possession can be an effective strategy to reduce fatigue because passing a ball between teammates requires less effort than running up and down the field or dribbling up the length of the field. Teams can effectively control possession by using short, controlled passes, effectively communicating to make appropriate passes, moving to open space to receive passes, and by moving the ball away from defensive pressure. The teacher should provide positive reinforcement and feedback when students effectively apply these concepts so that all students can better understand how to improve their team performance when playing invasion games. Finally, anticipation of passes is a key defensive skill. Anticipation helps players deny passing lanes and intercept the ball, move to open space an offensive player is soon to occupy, and maintain effective team defensive positioning. Anticipation goes hand in hand with communication, because players who are noticing defensive weaknesses or open opponents must communicate with their teammates to effectively reduce their opponent's offensive options. Anticipation is also important in one-on-one scenarios. If a defender is able to read when an opponent will attempt to fake or make a big dribble, they are more likely to be able to stay in front of their opponent and win the ball. Listed on this slide are several Shape America learning indicators which describe targets for learning of tactics and strategies in several different grade spans. When teaching invasion games, teachers should also emphasize social learning objectives because students are in constant social interaction with their teammates and opponents. As previously mentioned, these standards are highly applicable to an invasion games unit using the Teaching Games for Understanding or Games-Based Approach curricular models. In all, learning about cognitive tactics and strategies increases students' confidence and ability to succeed in a wide range of physical activity settings. Thank you for watching.